In the previous video, we delved into the first 6 laws of the universe. Today, I'll continue and reveal even deeper laws that directly impact your life. So the 7th law is one of the most powerful. The 7th law of the universe is the law of unconditional love. Imagine that love is not just a feeling, but a vast, all-pervading energy, like sunlight that nourishes life on the planet. This is the law of unconditional love, which underlies all existence. How can we understand love as a universal energy? It's not just romantic feelings, but a deep sense of connection with all that exists. It's compassion for people, gratitude for the beauty of nature, respect for life in all its manifestations. To show more love, start with yourself. Accept yourself as you are, with all your flaws and virtues. Learn to forgive yourself for your mistakes, not criticize yourself, and not compare yourself to others. As the great philosopher Socrates said, "Know thyself." Begin to love yourself, and your love for others will become deeper and more sincere. Most often, fear prevents us from loving. Fear of rejection, fear of not living up to expectations, fear of losing control. These fears force us to build walls between ourselves and the world, preventing us from being open. We are vulnerable, but love is the power that can heal and harmonize our lives. Self-love is the foundation of everything. Love for loved ones is a source of growth and support, and love for the world around us is a source of inspiration. Harmony is living with an open heart. It means being open to love, to the joy of all the good things life brings. Living means not being afraid to be vulnerable, not being afraid to give love and receive it. Start small. Smile at a stranger. Help someone in need. Call a loved one and tell them how much you love them. Remember, love is not just a word. It is energy that can change the world for the better. The 8th law is the law of acceptance. Allow yourself to be yourself and allow others to be different. Trying to fix the world and others creates suffering. Imagine you're standing on the seashore. The waves are rolling in and making noise, but you're not trying to stop them or change them. You're simply observing their movement. And in this observation, there's peace. It's the same with life. When you try to change what's beyond your control, you waste a tremendous amount of energy on a useless struggle. This struggle breeds fear, anger, and disappointment, depriving you of inner peace and harmony. Recall a situation when you resisted something unexpected. You wanted everything to go your way, but life decided otherwise. You were angry, suffering, and feeling powerless. What would have happened if you had accepted this situation? Perhaps you would have seen new opportunities, or even positive aspects hidden from you at the time. Train yourself to respond to negative events more calmly and positively. View them as opportunities for growth and reaching new levels. You can use a simple affirmation. Everything is going as it should. The world always takes care of me. Accepting yourself is also not an easy task. We have many complexes, fears, and insecurities. We often criticize ourselves and strive for the ideal, but the ideal does not exist. It is important to accept all sides of your personality, both the bright and the dark, with both strengths and weaknesses. Allow yourself to be yourself, and allow others to be different. Only in this way can you find harmony with yourself and the world around you. Attempts to fix the world and others create suffering. Imagine standing on the seashore. The waves roll in, making noise, but you don't try to stop them or change them. You simply observe their movement. It's the same with life. Acceptance is not passivity or impotence. It is the ability to accept reality as it is, without resistance or negative emotions. Acceptance does not mean agreeing with everything that happens. It means awareness and the ability to let go. When you try to change something beyond your control, you waste a tremendous amount of energy on a futile struggle. This breeds fear, anger, and disappointment, and robs you of inner peace. Recall a time when you resisted something unexpected. You wanted things your way, but life decided otherwise. You were angry, hurt, and felt powerless. What if you had accepted that situation? Perhaps you would have seen new opportunities or even positive aspects hidden from you at the time. Train yourself to react to negative events more calmly. View them as opportunities for growth and reaching a new level. You can use a simple affirmation: everything is going as it should. The world always takes care of me. Accepting yourself is also not an easy task. We often criticize ourselves and strive for perfection, but perfection doesn't exist. It's important to accept all sides of your personality, both the bright and the dark. Allow yourself to be yourself, and allow others to be different. This is the only way to find harmony with yourself and the world around you. The ninth law is the law of cyclicity. Everything in the universe is subject to certain cycles. We can learn to live in harmony with these rhythms. As the great physicist Max Planck said, "Every minute of the world has a rhythm." The universe is a symphony, and we are all part of this symphony. Everything around us moves in cycles, as if to invisible rhythms. Day follows night. The seasons follow each other. Each of us has our own periods of activity and rest. This is the law of cyclicity. It manifests itself in all areas of our lives. Think back to your workdays. There are periods of enthusiasm and inspiration when everything is done easily and successfully. And then there are days of fatigue and apathy when it's hard to gather your thoughts and get down to business. It's the same with relationships. There are periods of romance and passion, and there are periods of calm and stability. Nature also has its cycles. Spring is a time of birth and awakening. Summer is a time of growth and reproduction. Autumn is a time of harvesting. Winter is a time of rest and relaxation. It's not just success that's important, but also the ability to let go and accept the inevitable declines, because both day and night are necessary for harmony. If we constantly strive for success without resting, we will simply burn out. As one wise man said, if you want to be happy on a long journey, don't rush to the goal. Learn to enjoy both periods of rest and periods of activity. Remember the changing seasons. Spring requires energy. Summer requires joy. Autumn requires wisdom, and winter requires rest. How can we find harmony with the natural rhythms of life? Pay attention to your internal sensations when your body requires rest. Don't force it to work too hard, and learn to plan your day and week so that there's room for both work and rest. Find time for hobbies, creativity, and walks in nature. Allow yourself to periodically recharge by giving up anything that drains your energy. This is the wisdom of not going against the flow, but flowing in harmony with the rhythm of life. And then you will have enough strength and energy to achieve any goal. The 10th law is the law of action. To get results, you must act. Inspiration comes through action. Understanding and applying this law can free you from the destructive cycle of waiting for the right moment. You can dream endlessly, waiting for inspiration or a sign from above, but without concrete action, nothing will happen. Inspiration is a fickle thing. It can certainly strike suddenly, but don't count on it. It's much more reliable to act. Start small, plan your day, make a few calls, write a few lines. The main thing is to take the first step. Consistent daily efforts can produce incredible results. Don't try to do a lot at once. Do it for fun, but every day, everything has its time. Ideas and dreams without action remain empty. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It rarely comes. Start small. Take the first step. Every action creates energy. Even a small effort sets off a chain of events that can lead to great results. Action turns dreams into reality. It's like riding a bicycle. While you're standing still, you're afraid of falling. Once you start moving, the fear disappears, and confidence and joy of movement appear. The 11th law, the law of the mirror. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. Remember how you looked in the mirror as a child and grimaced? That's it, the law of the mirror, only now for adults. Our world is a huge mirror that reflects all our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Have you noticed that when you're in a good mood, the world around you seems kinder? People smile, things are going well, and even the sun shines brighter. But sometimes, it's the other way around. You wake up in the morning thinking, everything's bad, and off it goes. You miss the bus, your boss gets into trouble, your coffee runs out. This isn't magic or coincidence. This is the law of the mirror in action. If your head is filled with chaos and gloomy thoughts, then your life will be a mess too. And vice versa. If you're filled with positivity and believe in yourself and your abilities, the world reciprocates. But it's not about walking around smiling at everyone while hiding your true emotions. The deeper meaning is learning to manage your inner world, correcting negative beliefs and replacing them with positive ones. Imagine your life as a garden. What do you want to grow in it? If you water the seeds of doubt, fear, and resentment, don't be surprised if the fruit is bitter. But if you plant the seeds of love, gratitude, and self-confidence, the harvest will be just as good. Start small, celebrate the good, be grateful for what you have, and work on your thoughts. Then your inner garden will blossom with vibrant colors, and this will surely reflect in your life. The 12th law is the law of freedom of choice. Everything in our lives depends on our choices. Every choice we make, no matter how insignificant it may seem, determines our destiny. Have you ever wondered, do you truly shape your life, or is everything predetermined? Like a piece on a chessboard, your life is planned out many moves ahead, and all you can do is watch the game unfold. Don't be too quick to accept this convenient but sad illusion. After all, you and no one else controls your destiny. As Niels Bohr wrote, the future cannot be foreseen, it can be invented. Every day, an infinite number of doors open before us, and it is up to us to choose which one to open. But how do you make the right choice to avoid getting lost in the labyrinth of life? Vadim Zeland offers an interesting concept. We ourselves choose the paths of life, favorable and unfavorable. In every situation, there are forks, opportunities to move in different directions. And your choice determines whether you'll ride a wave of good fortune or fall into the trap of unfavorable events. It's your choice that determines whether you'll choose a favorable path or an unfavorable one. Whether to take the easy path with questionable decisions or to develop, become an expert, and build sustainable success. Keep in mind, by choosing an unfavorable life path, you risk getting stuck in it. To escape, you must consciously switch to another more favorable path. Every such choice, every turn, determines your future. And even if it seems you can't act differently, remember, there is always a choice. As Viktor Frankl wrote, even not making a choice is still a choice. Recognizing this simple yet important truth makes you truly free. Remember, he who is brave is free. Your life is not the result of blind fate or the will of others. It is the creation of your own hands. Create it consciously, create it with love, and turn it into your personal masterpiece.